It is time for your money, and joining us today is Colin Evans with Evans Financial Group. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us again.
Yes, and today we're talking about required minimum distributions, and they can maybe feel like a ticking time bomb for retirement. What does that mean?
It is, and it's just one that, people kind of can get caught from time to time and not take them, because this really becomes out of sight, out of mind when it comes into retirement time. And when we look at RMDs, which is required minimum distributions, this is the time when Uncle Sam wants his tax dollars from what you put away in your retirement account pre-tax, like your 401ks, your IRAs. They put a time limit on this. It says, okay, now it's time. You got our tax dollars. We want them. Go ahead and take them out. So this actually ends up being missed quite often, and the issues that is, penalties come along with it. So the core issue, required minimum distributions, they're the mandatory withdrawals from your retirement account, such as your IRA or your 401k. These are enforced by the IRS, and they are enforced pretty strictly. The hidden impact of this is failure to take these can result in up to a 25% penalty. And the downside of this too is you have to add this penalty. It goes on top of the income tax on it as well. So if you're in a 25% tax bracket and you get a 25% penalty, well, you can just kiss half of that pension, or that piece of it for the year, goodbye. Nobody wants to do that. You don't want to give it to Uncle Sam. They don't have a great track record of the dollars that we've given them so far, so let's be diligent with it. Smart move on this one is, one, making sure you're working with an advisor that is paying attention to the timing of those withdrawals, because if you do that in advance and you put a plan in place, you know when you're taking them, the reason that you're taking them, and then any strategies that you're needing to have involved with it, because really you want to coordinate this with Social Security. We want to avoid any Medicare premium hikes that are out there, and especially if we live, being in the South, we have a lot of philanthropic people, and they want to, give money away, like donate. We want to give it to our church or our local charity. There are some actual strategies in taking this called a qualified charitable distribution, which is a great way with working with an advisor, and you can actually lower some of your taxable income on what you're taking based off of the strategy. And the last side of this thing is really the long-term view, and this is really just putting this plan in place, and then being able to manage this. Really just can put this into a smooth transition and put it almost on autopilot, but you have to put a couple of steps in place and work with an advisor that can help set this up for you, because yes, there's penalties involved. It can be a little bit of a hassle, but if you work with it on the front side of it as opposed to the back side, you can get ahead of it and it becomes a moot point.
All right, yes, and that's all these things that you're saying, it really just points back to why you would want a professional on your side, especially leading up to retirement, like you're saying, having those conversations before you get to the age 73 when you're forced to start withdrawing. And
correct.
So where can our viewers find you or another financial advisor associated with
Absolutely.
Evans
You can find us on the web at evansfinancial.com, or kick an email over to us at info@evansfinancial.com.
All right, thanks, Colin. Now we'll send it out to Joe.